show on 106.7 WJFK. We'll see if there's more amends tonight. Here comes Billy Staples into the studio.
All right, Billy, I know you were on the phones. You didn't hear this. Fez actually accused you, before we come into the break, of being a little drunk tonight.
Based on what, Fez?
I always wonder on a Monday to begin with. Mm-hmm. That's my natural suspicion. But during that comedy pyramid, you were so extra wacky, it made me start to wonder. You got really silly in here.
Wacky, silly how? I just got confused with the guy's name.
I know, and then you gave out this maniacal laugh right into the microphone, and you know we don't do that in here.
Do you think maybe your meds are messed up?
No. I was just caught a little off guard, and I effed up, and that was like my nervous laughter.
I know, before the show you were singing in here, which was odd.
There's nothing...
I have a little tape of you earlier. So that might be part of the manic problem you were talking about, Fez.
Maybe that's what it is.
There's nothing wrong with being in a good mood.
I know, but I can't tell if your mood is alcohol-induced or not sometimes. And I always wonder on Monday. I always worry about you over the weekend.
You've never seen me in an alcohol-induced mood while at work. It's always been after.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Only the one night, the lobster claw night.
Lobster claws, and a lot of times when you're hungover, you're as good as drunk. You're like David Wells.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm still half drunk.
There have been sometimes where...
I'm not saying you can't pitch a perfect game.
All right, Billy, you came in the other night, shocked me and Fez and Rory by doing amends for us.
That's correct.
And how do you feel about that? Did you have a chance to talk with your sponsor?
Yeah, we talked over the weekend, and he thought it was a very good idea. He wishes I would have talked with him about it first, just to do it. But I said, you know what? It was very spur of the moment, and it felt right to do it at that time.
Yeah.
But, because I was ready.
Yeah, and because this is an anonymous program, right, where everyone is not supposed to know everything about everybody else.
Correct.
Is it a bad idea if I tell everyone your last name is Hine?
Probably would. Probably would.
Okay, that's a rule of thumb.
All right, so we're trying to find the guidelines, looking for that, yeah.
What do I call you?
Billy's fine.
Okay, Billy.
Billy H.
You can go with Billy S.
Billy H. Staples. Staples is the stage name. You can see that on IMDb if you go to Billy Staples.
Which there's been more added, I might add.
Oh, is there? You might add that there's been more added.
We'll have to check that out a little bit later. So, yeah, the amends, I was not expecting it, and I definitely wasn't expecting it, what we got last week, as actually eloquent as you put it.
You put it very nice. Although when you look back on it, the thing that you did apologize for was lying to us about the last time you fell off the wagon, and we said, Billy, you're drinking again, and you swore to us that you weren't. So it's kind of odd, like when Fez goes, I think you're drinking, and then you go, no, and you feel a little snippy, but you've already lied to us about this. I guess that's part of your baggage.
I have a previous history to go on.
Well, yes, and one of the things that takes a long time to build back is trust. And the only way you can do that is by not drinking, showing up, not being drunk, and being honest and truthful. And
to me, it'll mean a lot more when you get rid of the Xanax. That's when I'm going to think he's serious. I know he's the only one that can sleep on the train. I know he's popping the Xanax. I can sleep on the train if I have Xanax.
Sure. And you go right out on the train. I mean, for the whole damn ride.
You try eating a half a bottle of Xanax and see if you can stay awake.
I dare you.
I mean, if you're going to let a guy draw your teeth, you can honestly sleep on the train. I slept for 5 minutes on the train. My neck hurt like hell.
Oh, yeah.
And it bothered me all weekend.
Not me. I was out like a light.
I know, and your leg was turned on you like you were adding money. That's a little drunken alcohol and drug joke.
No, it's just, it's that time where when I put my mind to it, I can go to sleep. When I know it's like nothing, we don't have to accomplish anything. It's just relaxing time.
Now, I know
when you put your mind to it, there's nothing you can do unconscious.
I know when you did your amends to us, I was kind of touched. Fez was touched. Rory, first hurt that you didn't come to him for help. And then you were kind of touched, Rory, in your own way.
Yeah, I definitely
Although
was.
you feel like you have some supernatural powers that everyone should bring their problems to you.
Well, just if he could, if he wants help, I can help him.
A person who's a drunk.
Well, I've experienced in that too, so.
Yeah. Yes, the wrong kind of experience.
Yes, if he needs to know what goes into a slippery nipple, he can come to you.
Do we have to dump out of that?
I don't think so.
No, that's fine.
It's a drink. It's a drink, Cameron.
It's a drink. We're not saying someone's nipple is actually slippery. That would be
wrong.
Yeah. And it's not like it's the slippery D.
Right. Although, good drink.
Protein? All right, we're going to line up the other guys because they weren't with us last week, so that you can do your stuff for them. So bring them all in, Mikey D, Hawk, and Mikey. Of course, we'll let Mikey go first. We'll bring Hawk, Wonder Boy, all the guys.
And Harry Elvis.
Come on in here, guys.
Here they are. They're all lined up.
Yeah. And amends works how, Billy, for people that aren't in the program?
Amends helps me spiritually because it cleanses my soul, shall we say, of things that I've been carrying around with me and the lies and whatever. I mean, I'm doing it to help me stay sober and to mend broken fences.
Would you say it's a douche for the soul?
Yeah, probably. I think that'd be a fairly good analogy.
Thank you.
Just cleaning everything out. Nice. Now, is it a later step?
Yeah, it's a 9th step.
All right, so it's pretty, far into the 12 steps.
Your problem is you made this without doing the other 8 steps.
Well, no, I'm doing the first. You do the first 3 kind of concurrently.
Right.
The first 3 kind of go, at the same time, and the 4th step.
That's convenient.
Well, yeah, it is because it's there and I got my 4th step workshop I'm going to.
You know what? So, in my opinion, there's really only 9 steps.
Exactly. If the first 3 are all, that's freedom of religion, speech, and assembly.
Yeah, why bother us?
No, that's the Bill of Rights, I think.
Whatever.
No, actually, the first 3 steps are daily steps, that you have to learn to admit your powerlessness. God can help you and you want to let him. I can, he can, so let him. It's things that you have to do in order to get sober, in order to get through the rest of the steps.
But the stuff with us, why you leaped ahead to the 9 steps, because you said this was eating at you.
It was time. Yeah. There comes a point where, we were talking about it, and I said, you know what, I can't carry this around with me anymore.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys all ready to get your amends? You feel like you can take it seriously and not... Just say it, we're on the radio.
Not joke around?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everyone's in agreement that they will, Billy... I know you get your balls busted around here, but they'll take it very seriously, and everyone's willing to listen to you.
This is part of his program, so Mikey D first.
I just want to say that Friday night, when I did, speak with about my amends, I felt such a relief actually getting a chance to say that, and to be as honest and forthcoming. It felt such a good to get that out of me.
All right, so we found out Friday that Billy, times where he told us he wasn't drinking, even though we had people calling into the show saying, hey, I spotted your man Staples over the weekend. He was denying all of it. Mikey D, you were actually one of those witnesses.
Right.
Yeah, I actually saw it in his glory.
What did you see, sir?
I saw him knocking down plants, beer bottles, bumping into people, just ridiculous type of games at this...
Drunken games.
Yeah, drunken games. Heine for a Heine and doing shots. Now, I don't know if he did the shot.
And what was said about your lovely wife, Mrs. D?
Right, and then when he introduced me and my lovely wife, he said, if anyone wants to do my wife, go ahead, everyone else has. So that was a moment.
Classy.
All right, so, and even though I don't believe you said anything wrong, that's between you and Billy now. So go ahead.
Well, again... I have to make amends from all my behavior, drunk or not, and believe it or not, most of that was done sober. But that does not take away from the fact of, what I did was wrong to say things like that around you and your wife, and I am a natural klutz normally. So, but I know there's been times where I've upset you, and I was not aware of it. I know there's been times where you've thought enough about it, you've gone home and left it in your diary, where I had upset you. And, again, I sometimes would do things without knowing, especially when I'm not drinking but not in program, where I'm in a dry drunk kind of state, where I might just as well be drinking because I'm so nasty and I'm miserable, and, and you snap and you say things all the time. So, there's been a lot of times like that where I've made those mistakes even though I wasn't drinking. I might as well have been for the things I've said.
Well,
and to you and to Helen, in front of all those people, and, God forbid, Lene, if there's anything there.
Yeah, you made Lene cry, too, once.
All right.
That's his 5-year-old daughter.
How did he do that?
Sat on her?
He scared the hell out of her one day.
How?
He pulled off a wig that he was wearing, and he scared the hell out of her at Hooters.
Okay.
What a sick bastard. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, but like I say, I cannot list every individual episode, just the few that really come to mind, that really stick out. And it really bothered me when I knew that you were upset enough with me with something I had done that you left it in your diary. I cannot change the past. All I can change is the present and hopefully the future. So just understand that I'm sorry for my behavior, that I apologize for it to you and your family, and if there's anything I can do to make it right, you let me know.
Okay, Billy.
That's very nice.
I hope you're serious, though.
No, I'm dead serious.
Okay.
You accept that, Mikey D?
I hope you're serious. You know what?
You mean it.
You'd have a battle with me, Mikey, with that. All right, who's next? I guess Wonder Boy. Go ahead.
All right, let's go ahead and line Wonder Boy up here. He'll be next right after Mikey D. Amends tonight on the Ron and Fez show from Billy Staples.
Wonder Boy. Let me see. Amends. It's a tough one. I really don't see any amends I have to make to you.
I'll tell you.
No, you don't. This is the thing for me.
I know, but let him say. Maybe you can't remember.
How about this? We had people call over the summer that said you were drunk. You told me not to put them through. You said, I don't want that to come up. It couldn't be true. I'm like, Billy, this lady called 3 or 4 times. She knows stuff about you. You go, and you hung up on her. I think you could apologize for not letting me do my job.
I think that apology, that amends was when I made it to Ron and Fez because it's basically their show.
I know, but you put him in a bad situation where he knows that he would get in trouble with me and Fez.
And you were supposed to be training him at that point.
Well, but the amends there was to you because it affects the Ron and Fez show.
All right, so you don't get it. He doesn't get
He
one.
never gives me an effing apology. This guy.
But do you have anything big that maybe you can get amends for? I mean, he cried during his amends to me. He's got nothing for you.
No, he has nothing for me. I don't know, Billy. Whatever. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, now he's mad.
Now the headphones got thrown. Nice.
You know what? You babies got throw headphones and look at him. He's just walking out.
No, he just leaves.
They act like these headphones are free because they're not paying for them.
Right.
But all
And
these
that
things
they don't
cost
break.
money. Stop throwing headphones.
They're not made of titanium.
You know what? We should make these out of China so people will stop throwing them. All right, Harry Elvis.
They do say that some people will react like that, so I should have...
Well, yes, for getting an amends that they don't like. He didn't get one. That's what he's mad about.
Ronnie, I didn't forget an amends. I make an amends where proper, where it's appropriate.
Yeah.
All right, here comes Harry Elvis.
Hi, Harry. Another one. Harry, you're a good kid. I mean, you're very, very funny, but there's really nothing I think that I have amends to make to you on either.
I don't know. I think at times your judgment was a little clouded, and I think that may have had to do with,
With what?
With his problem. Like there were times where he would fall asleep, like right at the phones, or he would just not be there. And I'd be sitting next to him, and I'd have to nudge him awake while, phones were ringing.
Is that true, Billy? You were asleep as a switch?
Never slept. Closed my eyes.
How many times
though.
have I told these bastards you're asleep on the phones? And it sounds like I'm a maniac.
I had no idea it was actually true.
Well, if it was true, I would make amends for that right now. I would close my eyes on a commercial break, but I never actually slept.
Ron and Fez...
the phones ring throughout the entire 4 hours. Not just when Ronnie and I are talking on the air.
And also, last time I checked, Ron and Fez don't do the show during the commercial break. They were talking and doing topics, and you would literally have your eyes closed, and I have to nudge you. So, while the whole screen is going blue with phone calls.
Well, that's a character defect that I will work on in my 4th step.
Well, you know what? I accept your amends.
I didn't make you an amends.
You didn't get one.
Now, can you accept an amends if you don't get one?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's covered.
Never been on that side of it, have you, Biggie?
I'm still accepting.
All right, so nothing for Harry.
No.
Not one thing for Harry Elvis.
All right, here's the Hawk.
Or Wonder Boy.
I mean, the things that I made amends to you for, to Ron and Fez, were blatant, right out there, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, this is picking straws, but, trying to find a fault.
All right, come in, Hawk.
Hey, Billy.
Hi, Hawk. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. He works here.
We're doing the show.
You're an ass. Go ahead.
Hawk, basically, there's no amends to be made with you either. And I'm sorry that I haven't done anything to you to make amends for, but there really isn't. So I have no amends to make to you, Hawk. Sorry.
Okay, but if I may.
Go ahead.
When you first started here and I was training you on the phones, were you sober then?
Yes, I believe so.
Why? What was happening, Hawk?
No, he just didn't seem to be taking it seriously initially. And, his mind would wander, or he would kind of like, it wasn't important to him. And I just thought he was a little cloudy in the beginning when we first hired him. And so maybe I thought,
Yeah. All right, I understand.
Right.
And then there's another situation. I'm hesitant to bring up, but when he was drinking that night with lobster claws, I had to take care of him, make sure he didn't fall over people.
Oh, yeah, he was carrying you around. Perfect for an amends.
And I think he set me up with alcohol bottles and liquor bottles and took pictures of me on the website.
No, you know that wasn't Hawk.
I did take pictures of you. I was carrying you around and trying to stop you from, like, running into walls and falling over couches and chairs.
You were falling down a lot that night, Billy, and I know I couldn't be bothered.
I thought it was Joe Pooh and Rory who were responsible for me that night.
No, we all were. It took all three of us to carry you around. Then
It takes a village to carry an idiot. All right, sorry.
So no amends for Hawk.
I believe you deserve one. Here's Tim. Tim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Tim.
Billy, no amends to Wonder Boy. Don't you owe him a Prince Albert?
Yes, you do.
Oh, that's right, because your therapist, your sponsor, whoever said you can't get a Prince Albert, even though you lost our hockey shootout competition to Wonder Boy.
That's true, but again, if I made amends because that was my own decision, I would definitely make amends on that. That decision was not made by me personally.
Again, you are taking your responsibilities, and you're just shrugging them off.
I'm not shrugging. Did I shrug anything off Friday, gentlemen, when I bared my soul? No, I mean, this is a Prince Albert we're talking about. This is not a life-and-death situation.
I know, but I think everybody should get an amends.
Why?
They all seem to have been part of this.
We've all put up with you.
You say you're giving us Ronnie and I an amends because it's our show, but these guys all bust their ass on the show.
Correct.
They're all part of the show.
I got to fight with that. Not one of them bust their ass. They are all part of it.
They show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there are things that happen that, when I am responsible, I take amends for.
You and Wonder Boy were in a contest that you brought up, that you came up with. You came up with the rules. Mm-hmm. You even came up with the penalty of Prince Albert.
Correct.
Which was something to the end of your D.
Mm-hmm.
A bolt. Wonder Boy, you would have expected him to pay up, would you not?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And you didn't pay up when you lost.
Well, no, because after I actually lost by inches...
you still lost.
It was...
Ask the Titans in the Super Bowl.
Right, we're not saying how much you lost by. We didn't say you got destroyed, even though I believe you did.
I was all prepared to go for it. And after discussing...
And what happened?
I discussed it with my therapist and my sponsor, and that's something...
How many people are taking care of that head of yours? You got a shrink that's giving you the pills, right?
Uh-huh.
A separate therapist.
A therapist.
And a sponsor.
A sponsor, right, and a medical doctor.
You might as well put that head in a jar and just pass it around.
You got a masseuse?
A massage parlor.
Yeah.
I know you have a chiropractor.
Yeah. I definitely have a
J-Lo
chiropractor.
doesn't have this big of an entourage.
Well, I've had 44 years of things that need to be taken care of, and I'm finally taking care of them.
You're only 44? That's shocking to me. I swore to God you were 64.
I thought we were having a retirement party for you next year.
No.
But I thought we were giving you a gold mug.
I thought we were giving you a gold slogger.
I look very good for my age.
You don't look good for any age, no matter what age you were. Now, I got to say this, because the gold slogger line was better. The gold mug, I don't know where I was going. I was just grabbing at straws. I think it's not doing the 1 hour. So you got nothing for Wonder Boy?
No. I only make amends for things that I feel regret about.
And why don't you feel regret about stiffing me?
Ew.
No, Walter on a pen.
In the can.
No, not that.
Buckwheat style.
Again,
now buckwheat is only for torture with a gun.
Oh.
I don't want it to just suddenly become a homo thing. You never watch Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead? It's like a Tarantino ripoff movie. By the way, I want to say to the gentleman who recommended Boondock Saints and my good friend Fez, who went and bought it for me after he heard that, I enjoyed the hell out of this film.
Nice, good. I'm glad you like that. I have no idea what it is.
It's a vigilante film with these two little Irish guys in South Boston. And they're just absolutely nuts. Willem Dafoe is so over the effing top. Forget Christopher Walken. Willem Dafoe is a new nutty madman out there. All right, but that's all. But thank you, whoever recommended it. The Fez owe you $15.99.
Thank you.
All right.
See? Ronnie and I can do it. And Billy, you can't.
Well, amends are monetary, too. If I owe people money, that's part of it also.
You owe him a bolt through the tip of your D.
Ronnie, the thing with amends is I decide the amends. No one else can decide that for me. I discuss them with my sponsor, things that are in my fourth step, and things that I personally feel inside that are eating at me, that are tearing at my soul, I will make amends for.
All right, so here's the thing. You're only making amends to the people that you like.
No.
The fact that you don't like Wonder Boy, Hawk, you're leaving them behind. Harry, Elvis.
All right, let me ask you this, Billy. Sure. I know you make your amends when you feel you're ready and in your own time. All right, Jim Baker Act. When you're finally not certified nuts anymore, and maybe you're feeling healthy enough not to be under a therapist's 24-hour watch, do you think at that point, to make the amends, you would go and get that Prince Albert? Or is that just off the table?
When is this day going to come that he'll be better? Because I'm betting the over in that, and I got $20,000 on whatever you said is the over.
When the time comes and my medical team says it'd be all right, for the Prince Albert, because like I said, it was not my personal decision.
It was your personal decision to bet it.
Have you checked back in with them to say, hey, guys, am I better enough to finally be a man and pay up yet?
No, I'm still on the medication.
By the time he gets in there, Jeb Bush's daughter is going to be president.
Noel, the drug addict?
Yes. Hoochie Mama Bush.
Billy, I swear to you, this Wonder Boy is going to stay on this. He still hasn't forgotten it. And you're going to be found in a Philly row house with a Prince Albert.
See, this is why I don't think his amends work. It's because he doesn't feel bad about it, so it's not bad. In other words, like if you're driving down the road, you hit a dog, you feel bad. You run over a cockroach, you don't feel bad. It's still bad for the cockroach.
True, you still hurt something.
Wonder Boy's a cockroach to you and not a dog.
All Wonder Boy wants to be in your life is a dog.
Well, unfortunately, the amends that he's expecting is not forthcoming at this present time.
You know what? Then I don't want my amends either. I take my amends off. I don't want it.
It's a non-returnable amends.
No. I no longer, what did I say? I forgive you or I accept it?
Yeah, you did something like that. You did say forgive.
I no longer do.
You can't.
I don't forgive you anymore.
You can't.
Yes, he can. He can see that
you don't know what's in the big book.
Thank you very much. I see that you're a liar.
How am I?
And now because of that, your amends means nothing because I don't think you have the emotional and moral fortitude.
I called you eloquent and well put. And now I think it's just pretty words that mean nothing.
You said eloquent?
Uh-huh.
I swore you said elephant. That's why I was laughing. That's why I was laughing.
He sees pink eloquence.
Guys, don't do this to me. Come on. I mean, this was very important for my sobriety, and now you're taking it away.
You know what? You ought to go have a beer. Hey, Robin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, Ron. Hey, Fez.
Wait till 11. I'll go. Go ahead.
Hey, I just have to say that every time I hear Billy talking about this on the air, I'm absolutely appalled. I don't know. What kind of sponsor does he have that encourages him to use an anonymous...
Budweiser is sponsoring him. You know what? And
that's good. I almost went with Nike.
You know what? Let me say this, Robin, too. That bugged me as well. You're supposed to say this to me without ego, Billy, and yet doing it on the air. Showboating is the exact opposite.
Showboating.
This is not exactly like the poster boy for sobriety. I mean, not saying that what he has isn't good. Every day is great. But to talk about it on the air and you're supposed to be anonymous.
Okay, please understand one thing. Part of my life was on the air. And that part has to be taken care of as well as the individual. There will be a private session forthcoming between me and Ron and Fez individually.
Not until Wonder Boy gets his, I won't have that meeting. I'll walk out. I'll be the France on this deal. I'll veto not only mine, but I'm taking back Fez's, Rory's, and Mikey's amends. Because we have a veto thing. We're like the Doors when we sell our songs to commercials. Any one of us can stop it.
I think you know
what that, Rory Belgium? We're taking it back.
I think you would have had to have said that before the amends.
No, the amends is off. It means nothing to me. And not only that, I think your sponsor owes me an amends.
Why?
For doing such a crappy job. For doing such a crappy job.
I'm 70 days sober. What's a crappy job?
70 days. I don't believe you.
Why not?
I believed you last year when you told me you were sober.
I have the chips this time.
I don't.
Oh, God.
You lie to them, you lie to everybody.
I'll get you a can of Pringles. It's worth the same thing.
Let me say this. I almost did a Pringles joke.
Really?
Yeah.
Are there tonight,
I know, but I'm right behind you, and I'm always coming up short. I'm noticing that. starting to bug me. Here's Chandler Bang. You're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, no problem. I'm doing pretty good, buddies. How about some amends for the callers, for Billy showing up to the show all looped up on pills, for him constantly botching the intros, for him hanging up on people that are on hold, for him welching out on every bet he's ever made on the show. Where's the apology for us?
Yeah.
I didn't make that Friday evening. I did apologize to the callers and to the listeners.
They don't accept it.
I dozed off after I got mine.
Not one of us accepts.
Well, I think the callers and listeners will. If, they're listening to me now, if anybody, missed it, I apologize to them.
All right, this would be the apology to me.
Okay.
If you lie on your back and we blindfold you and you open your mouth, and we're either going to pour 7-Up in your mouth or 7 and 7. And you won't know.
No. I'm not going to take the chance on relapsing. My sobriety is too important to me right now.
You had a chance.
When did you ever lapse?
Well,
say you're relapsing.
Why don't you do this?
When did I ever have?
We put just a whiskey ice cube in your mouth.
Oh, get out of here.
We dip it in whiskey in your mouth, and when you suck on it and it's gone...
Whiskey ice chips.
Everything is forgotten about.
You just rub it on your lips.
Why would you want to put alcohol in my system? You see what it does to me?
I didn't want that. What I wanted was a decent amends for Wonder Boy and me.
There is no amends that involves the consumption of alcohol.
That's the name of my new book I'm writing. It's called Wonder Boy and Me.
Nice. It's a children's book.
And it's kind of superheroes. It's good. Barbara, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Barbara.
Hi, guys. I just want to say that I, too, have a problem with the way Billy is communicating. It would seem to me that there should be a little bit more authenticity and a little bit less defensiveness.
Thank you.
It's like everything anybody says to him, he gets all bristled up about it.
And
like,
he's
sorry. Those aren't amends.
And here's what kills me, Billy. You're telling these guys what they should be heard about.
No, Barbara, everyone that I made amends to who got an amends, it was not defensive. The only time I'm being defensive is when people are asking for amends that do not deserve them.
Well, you see, and that's part of the disease, I believe, is that you hurt a heck of a lot more people than you realize you're hurting, and to be authentic about trying to make the amends means that you have to recognize the fact that you did hurt people even though you don't think you did.
You better recognize.
You know why I don't think he can recognize? I think he's drunk now.
That's what I always ask on a Monday.
Stone cold sober.
Now.
I'm sober as a church mouse.
And you know what? We went over...
What do you mean? What the hell does that mean? You're comparing yourself with a mouse?
It's a saying. Sober as a church mouse.
A drunk saying? No, sober person.
Oh, no. That's quiet as a church mouse.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Stoop. Drunk stoop. You know, I brought this up on Friday after the amends, and I asked you, and you know what? Now that we're seeing how shoddy these amends are and how flimsy they are, I'm going to bring this up again.
Wait, my amends are not shoddy or thin.
Yeah, second.
Emotion carries. I think you were drinking the blizzard of President's Day weekend.
Why? Because I did not shave?
Because I saw you on Tuesday and you had all the telltale physical signs of when you've come in hungover.
Did I have a bruise?
Did you have a bruise? No.
No, that's usually the sign of when I'm,
That's an extreme sign, but everything else, your mood, your look, your hair...
Anytime he feels like he doesn't bleed, then he's handling himself.
Yeah, then it was I had no problem drinking because you know what? I didn't lop off a finger cutting limes for my Coronis.
What is it, Mikey?
I remember the end of that night. He walked out and says, "Is anybody else sweating?" And that was another telltale sound.
That happens a lot when he is hungover. Thank you, Mikey D. President's Day weekend, when we got back in here on Tuesday, you had all the earmarks of being hungover.
President's Day, I went to my therapist. I crawled through the snow, which was unplowed in front of her house, to get to my session.
The therapist was meeting people on a national holiday? In a blizzard?
Yep.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is one hell of a therapist and sidewalk shoveler.
That's a drunk lie.
I absolutely went there. And
Hear that? That's a lie, drinking.
I'm sorry you don't believe me. I can't do anything to change your mind. It's just because I didn't shave and because I may have had a touch of the flu or something, and I was sweating.
Yeah.
Oh, Fezzy, that's another disease he has, the flu.
Oh, okay.
It's not just alcoholism, it's the flu.
Could someone pour me a flu shot?
You got the cocktail flu is what you got, my friend.
70 days sober and happy as a clam.
Would you stop with the cliches? You're as drunk as a clam.
You're putting clam juice in your Bloody Marys is what it is.
You know what? You're 70 days sober and as dull as a clam.
Well, I can't help it if I'm trying to defend my amends.
Yeah.
It's like you took them, you can't give them back.
Someone do the math for me. What's today, March 3rd?
Yeah.
All right. President's Day was February 17th. That's how many days sober.
Mikey, you're on that. Figure it out. Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show, Robert.
Go ahead, Rob.
Hook him up to a lie detector test. He's lying through his teeth.
All right, would you want to do this?
Stutters.
Would this help you best that you do the amends, and I'll accept it if you're hooked up to a lie detector?
A real one?
Yes, a real one.
I don't really believe in them.
Thank you very much.
They're not valuable. They're not
to me, the person that wants to forgive you, they're valuable.
No, but I mean, if they're not permissible in court, why would they hold up here?
It's for me.
Yeah, but what if it gives a false positive?
Like your pregnancy test? And by the way, you're 14 days sober.
I am not 14 days sober.
14 days? Go get your 2-week chip.
No, they don't have 2-week chips.
Go get your whiskey chip. And suck on it because you're drunk.
You know,
get some chips from Rick the bartender.
Diminishing my sobriety is not helping my sobriety.
Your free beer? Hold on. Does that get you free beer by mentioning his name?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Is he buying you guys? Is there buybacks going on?
I pay for the beer.
Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Billy.
Yeah.
Don't you owe an amends to Al Dukes for dropping mud on his paycheck?
That's true, Billy.
That's right.
You wiped your ass with his paycheck.
I don't see Al anymore.
Shameful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It is shameful. It's awful.
It says, whenever possible to find someone, just responsible for the effort. If I don't see him, I don't know.
What effort? You're doing nothing but sitting there.
All right, let's say some drunk ran over someone's mother.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Let's say baby.
All right, let's say some drunk named Billy H. Staples, ran over a baby while drunk.
Okay.
All right, chances are, other than the courtroom, you're not going to run into that family very often. So the fact that you never see them again doesn't mean that you shouldn't offer them an amends?
You're going to make your amends to God. Through him to them.
Not the family who lost a baby.
No,
Heavenly Father, I apologize.
No, if there's somebody you can't reach or you feel it wouldn't be appropriate to approach.
You could reach Al. It would not be difficult.
But you can make your amends spiritually.
Well, then make one to Wonder Boy if it's this easy.
If I felt that he was doing amends, I'd do it verbally. Why would I do it spiritually?
Billy, you're the worst person ever.
That part is true. That part I 100% agree with. And that includes this monkey we just caught the other day.
Ron, that's
Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
No.
He would give me an amends before you would.
He won't even speak your language.
How do you know? The guy's supposedly a genius. What is it, Harry? You're hanging around here like doom over my shoulder for 5 minutes.
I remember about 3 Fridays ago, Rory asked Billy if he had started drinking, and he said no. And then he almost, he was sweating, and then outside he almost slipped trying to hail a cab. He was just a drunken mess.
It's called winter?
No, no one else stumbled. No one else was stumbling on concrete.
Rory says he has a story that happened after we stopped seeing them Saturday morning, Fez.
Oh, when we got off the train?
Yeah, we came back to the station with all our luggage and stuff, and we had to drop off the equipment here at the studios. And literally, he's walking down the hall and just falls flat on his face, and the bag just falls right onto his back. I mean, it was...
How do you fall underneath your own luggage?
And there wasn't like he tripped over like a bump or anything. It was flat floor. It was just carpeted.
And just went down like a drunk would.
When's the lawsuit against Infinity start?
Yeah.
I heard this loud crash, and I turn around, and I just see the luggage on his back, and he's flat on his face. And I'm like...
Like our burro gave out underneath the weight of the pack.
Billy wants a law passed to make steps drunk-friendly. You should start taking a handicap ramps.
I mean, there's no way a sober person would just trip over its own feet and fall flat on his face.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, I tripped. Yes, I did. I fell down. Yes, I tripped over the seam in the rug or something.
Oh. What's on that rug? And why can't we get carpet cleaners?
But when could I have possibly been drinking when you were with me that whole time?
That's the Xanax.
All right, Billy, here's one way you can make an amends. You see the big picture of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed we have in the studio. You have to kiss it. You have to kiss Khalid Sheikh Mohammed on the lips.
I do not owe Khalid Sheikh Mohammed an amends.
This is the way to make amends. Kiss the Sheikh.
No.
Kiss Khalid.
How far is it to kiss a piece of paper?
He's a terrorist.
Kiss him.
No.
He's a terrorist, but you're worse.
I am not worse than a terrorist.
You're a beerist.
That's
what you are. You're a beerist.
I have made mistakes, but they never involved the...
Billy.
What?
When you got on the train the other night.
Yeah.
You take Xanax before?
Yeah.
Oh, God. And you consider yourself sober.
I am on prescription.
Kiss Khalid.
I am not kissing Khalid. There aren't enough...
You know, let me say this. I think I was the worst drug addict in the world. And I always cut my buddies in with pills. I never would make three guys sit there uncomfortable while I sat there and bogarted the Xanax.
I could not do that under good conscience. Because their prescription, they weren't gained illegally.
Oh,
they weren't ill-gotten.
You can only give away illegal drugs.
Well, yeah, because
you're the cheapest man ever.
No, I would always share my illegal drugs, but the fact that these are legal and my psychiatrist counts them, and he wants to know how many I've used and stuff like that, and I would have, it would be very difficult to explain.
How many did you do? 8? 9?
No.
2. More than 9? 2.
You were passed out.
I was tired, too.
We were tired, but we can't sleep on a train. Well, let's stop it every 2 minutes.
Well, these two didn't shut up for 5 minutes. They were playing cards, learning how to play solid. You were watching your movie. Of course you didn't sleep. I was all by myself. Of course I'm going to sleep. No one's talking to me. Really? No one's playing cards with me. No one's letting me watch a movie with them.
Yes, because you give cheap amends.
Let me tell you this. Billy, there's basically an empty car. There was like 8 of us in a full car.
Right.
He attempts to sit next to me. I go, get the F out of here. I am not.
He likes you.
Going to be scrunched into 2 seats when we have 100 to choose from.
It was just force of habit. We always sit together on the train.
Yes.
When it's a casual conversation or something.
It's a packed train, no.
I thought maybe you'd ask me to watch the movie.
Yeah. You know what? I can share the headphones with you.
Right. Ronnie gets the left ear, you get the right. Snuggle up, Bunny.
I just thought it was an empty train. You could just play the volume.
I wish I could be bored all night, but we got to take a break, Billy. So no amends for the guys.
I've made all the amends I need to.
I'm sorry, you guys.
That's rough.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Ron and Fez.
Kiss Khalid.
Howard Stern.